public. What do you think is
You are now listening to Exopolitics in the Morning with Watermelon TV and the Cosmic Watch, your source regarding the extra-dimensionals, UFO, and U.A.P. global and political agenda. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And now, here is 48 Med.
Seriously dismiss it, discredit the witnesses, come up with a cover story. I mean, it's been out there a long time. The public senses that it's real, and the people in authority dismiss them. It's a game that's been going on a long time, and I don't think they're ever going to release it. I think that there's an attitude among the people to know, and that the public probably can't handle it, but they can.
Real quick, I'd like to ask the committee to replay that video that Burleson had played earlier. I want to ask every witness here, specifically ones that have sensor training or have been able to recognize some of this movement real quick. So if you guys can please roll that real quick. Okay, while this is still rolling, Mr. Nusatelli, real quick, yes or no answers. Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Watermelon
Nothing
TV.
to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
Okay, does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Nat?
I had a different reaction. I was really happy that it got out. Thanks for providing
Curiosity
that,
kills the
Congressman.
cat. All right, Mr. Borland?
Yes, for
Okay. All right, that is the end of my questioning.
Chief, I was on a ship for a little bit. I was a gunner's mate on the USS Gettysburg for a couple.
Save time creating content and generate a high.
Yo, so you see it. You see what's taking place. All while people are watching the Grammys. Just came from downtown protesting. Now the high schoolers are protesting now in my city. Let's listen to some more testimony, then I'll come back.
Is that correct? Mr. Borland, you saw it by yourself?
For me, yes, sir.
Mr. Nusatelli, you
Witnesses in every case at Vandenberg.
okay. How long did that encounter take place, Chief?
So the encounter itself, from the time I recognized on my radar to the time after the video ends, was probably about 5 to 7 minutes.
What speed was the object moving at?
Is this dude Somalian? Is he black? Is he... What's up with this haircut? This shit is... It's just a lot of questions, man. Look at the dudes behind them.
When I first, of like my checklist in my mind, could it be a helo? But it's not blinking lights. So I then self from the horizon to about maybe 3,000-4,000 feet in the air was very slow, slowly rising. And then it sped up. I'm not an expert at, knowing specific speeds of aircraft just by visual eye, but I would say probably 1-2 Mach instantly into the rest of the formation. I didn't notice visually with my own eyes the other 3
Lockheed Martin. Can somebody say Lockheed Martin?
Also utilized Sapphire to see that, in fact, there were 4 total. And then again, when they all left after a certain amount of time, it was nearly instantaneous.
So you spotted it visually first, Chief, and then went back to your radar, or did you guys spot it on radar first?
Radar first, because that was my watch station, was
And then you went out to the port bridge wing, is that correct?
correct to verify what I saw on my radar.
What range was it at, Chief, when you were able to see it visibly?
I would say about 7 nautical miles, 7 to 8 nautical miles of a light from the ship.
Wow. Thank you. I yield back.
Chief Wiggins, you said that it emerged from the ocean. Is that right?
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
And before it did, it was glowing. It was a glowing object under the water.
That part I couldn't tell because it was nighttime at 1915 approximately, and it was also at a distance. So it's very hard to tell the difference between something on the horizon and something surfacing from the water. My personal thoughts after seeing what I saw is that it did in fact come from the water, but I don't have visual evidence
USO.
showing exactly, that it did in fact.
Man-made
But
submerged
I had,
objects.
again, I had to go through my process of elimination and try to figure out, was this a ship on the horizon just showing its lights at night, but to see it surface, then
Did the aliens invent the phone?
it's not a drone or anything like that. Where was its origin? Where did it start?
Mr. Knapp, in your testimony and in this document, you detail an event that happened in
Man, look at
Russia
them glasses.
where their nuclear missiles were activated, and we were close to a World War III at that time, which is startling to hear. It's also good to know that
startling.
as we
Not
have
one
investigated the
drop of sweat.
JFK files as well, that we're learning that that there was a document that was sent between Russia. There was an agreement
The Great Reset.
that if they were to see some unidentified objects over sensitive sites, that they would report it to each other. Are you familiar with that document?
Yes, I'm also familiar with the public rhetoric between President Reagan and Gorbachev at the time, that they traded statements about to be something if we were threatened by something from way outside, how we might work together. I know for sure.
Man, what's going on in the background back here? Look at this with this wig right there. What the hell? And look at this dude. Oh man, it's a look at this game, bro. Here, grassroots. Keeping it all the way live.
Sure that they had conversations about it, and I know
The public to know, or the United States to know, that there was a vulnerability in their missile systems. Would you agree?
absolutely. And and we had many similar incidents at our nuclear weapons facilities here. But it's pretty scary when you take down 10 missile silos during tense times, and you don't have a better explanation for it than it was a special test of security mechanisms or.
That's the thing. This sounds fancy. It sounds fancy. It sounds very good. It sounds, do I believe this guy? I'm going to say I believe they saw aircraft and spaceships, but from a country or from somewhere they're not familiar. So that doesn't mean bug-eyed aliens. No, it don't mean that. This is what Watermelon TV here to do. Wake you up about that point. We the grassroots. All right, we'll give it a little bit more time. We're just going to do a 12-minute show. I'm back. I was banned. They put me on restriction. They said I was practicing hate speech because I quoted a reel that I made, quoted a Nas verse, and I quoted one of his lyrics, and they called that hate speech. So yeah, we definitely live in an upside down world. Y'all know that. So I'm your grassroots to keep you one step ahead on UFO, UAP, and USOs. Like and subscribe to the channel now. Ain't no time to hesitate at the gate. Just listen.
It's a preposterous explanation.
At this point, I think it's clear from
Understand that there's something else out there.
Well, I mean, and you bring an interesting point. The law enforcement community, anytime you're conducting an investigation, you're always looking at the totality of the circumstances. You're looking at all the evidence and how they piece together. And so that would be my, advice to the American people, that this is a journey that is just beginning from a congressional perspective, but you have decades of data, some of it not real, much of it is, but thanks to Chairwoman Luna, we're now presenting this to the American people. And I think this latest video from Mr. Burleson is something that should get everyone pause. When you see the 3 orbs that drop, was that in a defensive? Those orbs have that we, quite frankly, may not have. Mr. Knapp?
As I mentioned at the beginning of my remarks, what hooked me on the story was the paper trail, these documents that shouldn't exist. We've been told for decades over and over, there's nothing to it. It's not, and go about your business. And then when FOIA becomes the law of the land, thousands of pages to the contrary leak out. There's a memo by General Nathan Twining in 1947 when the country was being overflown by dozens of UFOs, hundreds of UFOs.
Here we go,
in
family.
which he said, look,
They
this
lining
is
us up.
not or fictitious. It's real. These things are craft. They're not ours. They outperform anything we've got. I mean, if you follow the paper trail of documents that they wrote before the
One app, one platform.
That's what I'm talking about here. And are we alone on the planet? Not in the stratosphere, not coming from Mars, coming from the moon. And so I do like the idea of the different layers of Earth, right? There's the middle one. I mean, there's our current one. And then there could be things beyond. And I guess I'll go ahead and say it, the quote unquote ice wall. There could be things beyond that do have, so the idea is like, okay, the mere fact that we're here, the possibility could be there. But I think just like the animals, how they've made them, they interact with us on this particular realm. They interact with us. So it's there, but it still remains to be seen. I'm still leaning because I just need more convincing. Watermelon TV, we want to be convinced. We want to see it. So we're going to get us a rest just for the night. I got some things I got to make power moves in the morning. I'm out the door about 4:30 a.m. So, like I said, I was on a restriction, a week punishment. And so I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to start doing more live streaming, watching, keeping my eye out, watching. We can all watch together. And I really want your feedback. So sooner or later, there's going to be a phone number popping up. Watermelon TV, like and subscribe to the channel. I ain't even put no music on. Can't play that H8. They get mad. You play that Yeezy. I really want to go in on that too, but so many people ain't. But this is my UFO channel. I'm gonna stop it right there. Watermelon TV, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Leave your thoughts and comments.
The realm, you got to understand the concept of the God that you are searching for is yourself. It goes beyond just you being God's and nobody else. It goes beyond to say that it is because of you that the race has a chance. Ice Cube, he done sold out. Talking about West Coast and East Coast and all this dumb stuff. You in America, catching hell on both coasts. Sublime mythology makes grotesque history.